Hello, guys, and welcome to this episode of the Brawlcasters. I'm James, that's Alex, bringing our combined 50 years of martial arts experience and 3 years of calling fights together to this comfy series of episodes. I got my Brawlcasters hoodie. You should have one too, brawlcasters.printful.me. Alex has his silk robe, which we do not have on Brawlcasters. I apologize.
One day. And you know what we do have now for your boy? We got socks. We talked about it last time. My boy, if I don't see you in these socks.
Yeah. What'd we do it for? What'd we do it for? If we did it for nobody else, we did it for you, Jake.
Did it for you.
We did it for you, Jake. Don't let us down. Order the socks, Jake.
Did it just pick up my dog painting here? Yeah. I have a giant painting of a dog back here.
You know, because why not? As one does. Now, is it dogs playing poker for the younger fans who will not get that at all?
No, it's a dog holding a gun, like a military dog.
That's cool.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Oh, it's a big painting. Man needs two hands. You gotta get a little closer to the camera. No, it's still being blurred out.
No, I'm gonna fix it right now. Hold up.
I can't remember the last. Oh, there we go.
Fuck yeah.
He's got almost like an Indiana Jones vibe to him. I like it.
He does, right? He looks like he'd probably say some stuff you'd have to like correct at the family dinner, but
Yeah, exactly. He looks like him and Barn Dog would get along famously.
I mean that's a compliment because I want to get along with Barn Dog.
I know. Who doesn't want to get along with Barn Dog? Aside from all the people that he definitely murdered with his bare hands in the Korean conflict.
I think we all need a friend that's probably killed somebody with his bare hands in the line of duty.
Exactly. Yeah.
In the line of duty, guys, relax.
Exactly. Defending your freedom, all right?
All right. And next time you meet a veteran, tell him thank you, all right?
Exactly.
And when you hear those eagles soaring, that's because of them.
Exactly. Exactly. When Eagly is screeching down, it's because of him.
God.
Yeah.
Eagles are awesome.
Eagles are awesome. Especially Eagly from Peacemaker.
Oh, he's so sick.
Yeah. I want him.
Have you watched the most recent season?
Yeah.
All right, good season. Sorry, guys, the spoiler. He kills Michael Roker with other Eagles.
Yeah. It was awesome. It was really awesome.
Love watching Michael Roker die.
Yeah. That's fair.
Good death guy.
Yeah, but listen, I mean, the show is so ridiculous, you can't help but love it.
Yeah, it's awesome. And you know what's awesome, guys? You. But you gotta stay awesome. Like this dog face that keeps popping in and out. You want him to keep coming back? You gotta like, comment, subscribe.
And of course, go get some merch. Be like Jake and buy the socks, because I know Jake's going to buy the socks.
Buy the socks. Look at this dog. Buy the socks. He wants you to buy the socks.
The dog wants you to buy the socks, guys. Buy the socks. Don't you want the dog to be happy, guys?
You want that dog being happy. Buy the socks.
Buy the socks. Buy more than the socks, because you need to accessorize, really. Honestly, you should probably have Brawlcasters joggers and a Brawlcasters hoodie and Brawlcasters socks and a Brawlcasters hat.
We'll make you some Brawlcasters boxers. Also, side note, I got to get this out here, guys. MMA fights. Stop wearing boxers.
Yo, we had that conversation a few times at Flex Fights.
Guys, like, seriously, like, they're not fight shorts. Just go out, buy some fight shorts. I'd even prefer if you buy some, like, running shorts, buy some shorts. But buying, like, the Cheeto boxers, you look fucking stupid.
Yeah.
There's the other one. What is it, like the Psycho one or the Psy one or some shit like that?
There was one fighter I remember asking you, because, like, they were, like, a colorful, crazy print. And I was like, Alex, what do you think about those fight shorts? And you were like, well, they're underwear, so.
That's the best thing all right. I let it get away sometimes, guys. I'm very much like, it's his first fight. But you know what? I'm tired of that.
Yeah.
I'm tired. Because we've set you up on the broadcast to succeed. We set you up on Flex to succeed. We set up people to succeed all the time. So you know what? 2026, let's do better, guys. No more wearing your boxers in the cage. I will make fun of you.
Yes. Were you part of the Flex card? I don't remember if it was you and or if it was TJ and I calling the card. When the guy showed up for the fight in shorts he very clearly bought at the sporting goods store that day, the tags were legitimately
still on it. Yeah.
Yes.
The ref ripped them off, and he was like, we were like, what?
What's the matter with you? And they were shorts with pockets too.
Yeah, I remember that. There was also that one. I don't know if you remember the flex card where the guy wore loose fitting shorts with like boxer briefs, not briefs, excuse me, like loose boxers,
Mm.
and his shorts kept falling, and they didn't, and his cup fell out of his shorts, and they
Yep.
didn't want to, coach didn't want to put it back in, so he just walked out of the cage.
Yeah. Yeah. That happened to us twice. Happened to us twice.
So guys, that shouldn't happen twice.
Yeah. That shouldn't happen once.
Yeah. So let's.
Like, as a fighter, you have to show up with very few things that day. Your mouthpiece, your cup and the supporter that it goes in, whether that be the Valetudo short style or the traditional style.
Jock strap is cool. Don't think about it.
Yeah, jockstrap, whatever. To each their own. People, people like.
It's like $12.
Yeah. 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 So you need like those two things. You need gloves to warm up in. Usually. Not a bad thing to bring. And everything else is really on your coach, right?
Yeah.
And your fight shorts.
Slippers.
Fight shorts, slippers, that's fair.
Yeah. Slippers, bring slippers, fight shorts.
A t-shirt to walk out to the cage,
A
maybe.
t-shirt. You know what? All right, I'm going to say something. You just got me with another thing. Change of clothes. Your fight outfit should not be worn afterwards. I will excuse you after your fight if you're in the crowd, hanging out with people, for right after your fight. If you go up, but then you know what you guys do? Hygiene. You go up and you change. I should for no reason see you all night just hanging out in the crowd in your fight gear.
Exactly.
I shouldn't see you the next day in your fight gear.
Oh, we'll talk about that. Here's the one time I will excuse you for all night. If your team is very active and you are walking out with each of your teammates,
Fair.
I
can't blame you.
I'll give you that one.
I can't hate that. I still think you should change and like just wipe yourself down and like.
Yeah.
But I'll excuse it. Yeah, I agree. I'll excuse it. I still genuinely do think you should change, but that's just me.
Yeah. Not every venue has like showers for the fighters, but like some defense wipes or something like that, because
Defense wipes, something.
like that is important, because otherwise you get stuff. Right? My 13-year-old has started wrestling. The wrestling season is going on, and I am crazy. And I make him bring defense wipes in his wrestling bag. And I'm like, if I look in your bag and I don't see that there's less in it over time,
Yeah.
I'm going to freak out, because I am aware of what lives on wrestling mats. And I also know that early in the season, when the mats have been sitting for how long and maybe forgotten about, and people aren't being diligent about their hygiene yet, that's when it happens. So
Yep.
I'm going to make sure that you don't lose part of the season because you got ringworm or staph. By the way, didn't tell you this yet. Yesterday we found out he got named captain of the team.
Oh shit! Really? Congrats, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was a red letter day for him. Really was.
Yeah, dude.
The coach recognized. He's like, man, this kid's been working. He's been working harder than anybody else since we got together. And I was like, that's what I want to hear. I don't care if you got the nicest double leg. I don't care if you got the nicest arm drag.
Hard work.
Yeah, work harder than anybody else. You can't control anything else. Control that.
Hard work, bro. Hard work. Show up. Give your best. You know, even on those tough days, you still pile through. The worst thing I want to see from somebody is on their worst day where they're getting their ass beat, is they just kind of give up and get off the mat. Nah, man. Power through those tough days.
And, see, it's funny. We've talked many times about fighters who just don't have that at all.
Yeah.
They want to do just what they think is the fun part, where they walk out to the cage and like, yay, I'm a fighter. No, you're not. No, you are not. Just because you got in that cage. Like, I forget if it was a member of like the Flex extended family that you and I were talking to. And there was one of those fighters who continues to show up and continues to sign up for fights, but continues to not train for them. He, the one who finally got a win this past summer. You know what I'm talking about. And someone's like, well, you got to give it up to him for keep showing up. I said, no, you don't. That's the easy part.
Mm-hmm.
To show up and make weight, over and over and over again, that's easy. But
hey, he's not even cutting weight. He's just
exactly. He's going fighting his natural weight anyway.
Yeah.
To show up and train every day with your team, and then to do extra training on your own after that, like running or weights or something, some little workout on your own, additionally, to do that every day, that's shout out to you.
Yep, shout out to you. And I would give him more props if he stopped fighting, went back to the gym like we've told people to do, and then continue fighting again. But
exactly, but that didn't happen.
Yep.
So, like, I'm not going to give it up to you for showing up again and again and again.
Nope.
You're stupid. You're getting hurt. You're getting brain injured. Whether you're losing by TKO or you're not, like, you're still getting your head jostled by someone. Yep. You're not in condition to do anything about it. Over and over and over again. And, like, for what? I have experience now. You have experience that nobody wants.
Yeah, you got to experience that when somebody flinches at you, you fall to the ground.
Yeah, exactly. It's not good. Like, not shout out to you for showing up to the cage again and again. Nope. Shout out to you for putting the work in. Like, we've seen guys who are going on losing streaks, but are training.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we had 2 guys who had pro MMA fights at the last card, and both guys now have losing records as professionals.
Yep.
But it's not for lack of them doing the work.
No, yeah, it just happens.
Yeah, they're doing the work. They're just also fighting other guys who are doing the work. And 50% of the fighters have to lose anyway. So they know that that's the chance walking in. You know, like, you can't, those guys, shout out to them, give it up for them, because they're doing all the right things. They're doing everything we spoke about. They're training like professionals. They're preparing like professionals. Fighter is not about showing up to the cage. Fighter is about fighting that little inner voice that tells you, oh no, sleep in today. You don't need to go to practice today. Oh yeah, you're just tired. Just
eat that extra slice.
Go through it, you know? Exactly. All that stuff. Eat that crappy food. It's fine. Right? Like, skip your workout, skip your recovery, skip your hydration. Have that cake, right? Have that candy. Oh, it's fight night. You can sit around and just, like, slam down a whole bag of Reese's. It's fine. Like, that's the real fight.
Yep.
The getting in the cage, that's the easy part comparatively. Way easier. So, like, if it was like those 2 gentlemen who we're speaking about, I don't want to say their names and, like, kind of make it like we're kicking them when they're down.
Yeah.
I still respect those guys, because those guys I know are doing everything we spoke about. They're putting in the work. They're training. Yeah. They're eating properly. They're hydrating properly. They're being real fighters. Yeah. And then stepping in the cage, and somebody got the better of them that day. That happens.
It happens. And I think they'll still bounce back, and I think they'll both have good careers.
And on top of that, they both also walked into the cage with the ability to win.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. If you walk in and everybody's shocked when you win, like the whole stadium shocked when you win, where the ref goes, holy shit, he won, not a good fucking time.
When everybody knows how the fight's going to go before it happens, that's not good. That's not good. You know, like, it'd be one thing if it's like, okay, these 2 guys are grapplers, so we know it's going to be a grappling heavy fight. That's not what we're talking about. If we walk in the cage, we're like, well, that guy's clearly going to kill that guy. Like, that shouldn't happen.
Nope.
That's because you're being the wrong type of fighter.
Yep.
Man, that was a monologue to start things out, huh?
Yeah, sorry, guys. We went there. Speaking of right type of fighters, sometimes this does happen regardless. All right, this is an MMA fight that got bloody. We love to see it. You love to see it. We went on a tangent. Sometimes it happens, and you guys enjoy it anyway. But here you go, guys.
It's why you subscribed.
Why you subscribe?
Subscribe.
What do you think, James? You ready?
I'm ready. Here we go. In 3 and 2 and 1.
Man fighting out of Washington.
Man. And Briscoe.
Man, I don't know what flag that is. Comment below what flag that is, because I got no fucking idea.
Everybody's scrappers over here. We bang, have a good time.
Sounds like he trains.
Love it here. I want to get the victory right now.
I mean,
Good luck.
We're from Hawaii. I got nothing but respect.
My man fighting a wife beater. That's a thing.
I mean,
Go ahead and touch gloves.
0-2, 0-0, okay.
MMA scrapyard round 1.
Let's do this, man. Let's go.
0-2 at 18. That's interesting.
Yeah.
There it is.
Ooh, nice body kick from Man. Jumping on a ghillie, I don't think he really had it. Now he's shooting for 100%, it looked like.
Yeah, honestly, oh, you know, a lot of.
Yeah, I can't see if he's under the chin or not. Not great camera work in terms of showing us that, but he's too flat on his back, Man. he wants to turn on his hip so he can face his opponent's head. If he faces Briscoe's head, he'll be able to compress and bend that neck properly. But good get up from Man there, and Briscoe
Right
just
back to the corner.
now right
Both
to the
guys-
mount.
Ooh, this is a high mount too. Wow, and he just kind of shucked them over now in the closed
Yeah,
guard.
and Man just kind of like wasn't prepared for that at all.
Yeah, and both these guys have trained. You can tell.
Exactly. They both knew where the danger was, and the fact that Briscoe didn't freak out when being guillotine choked, that was something for sure.
And they came in shape. I got to give them that. Both have good instincts too. These are both good prospects, I'd
Yeah,
say.
definitely
I'm not
built to
gonna
brawl,
say
both
good
these
fighters.
guys.
Yeah, built to brawl. I won't say like polished fighters, good fighters, anything like that. But these are both guys that if they show up in your training room, by the looks of it, they can become good fighters.
Yeah,
Like here with the body lock work from close guard. It's a good way to just keep somebody stagnated. You can't really like mount too much of an offense here.
That's where I was going next. There's not much in terms of offense here. Now Briscoe with a pass that wide open guard. It was strange to see Man go from the body triangle to just widely opening his guard.
Yeah,
and then scrambles and winds up in Briscoe's guard. So more power to him. Not a technical escape, but we'll take it.
He's eating shots right now. Time's up. Wow, saved by the bell there. Yeah, both these guys good prospects, honestly. These are both those. Ooh, nice leg kick.
Yeah, timed it well too. That spinning kick left a lot to be desired.
You know what I will say? Actually, these are the kind of guys I would.
Oh my!
Was that a knee? I don't know if he's allowed to knee the face.
Oh my! That's really bad.
He didn't have his mouthpiece in. Yeah, he's cut.
And now Briscoe's cut. So now here's the thing. That was a knee, yes, but can you fault that? Can you fault that? Can you fault Briscoe for the knee? Because like
no, that was you were like at such a low angle. It happens there.
Yeah, he threw like a body kick and you just like smashed your face into it. Yeah, Man definitely the cleaner hands too. So, and I like how he's diversifying his strikes. But Briscoe opened up.
Yeah, that's a bad cut. I think they should stop this, not because because of where it is in rankings and terms like that. I think they should stop this fight, if I'm being honest with you. And I don't know if they have a medical person on standby here, so I think they should actually stop this fight.
Yes. Now, Man with the front headlock again here. Ooh, and throwing some just
Is that
mean
Phantom
strikes.
of the Opera?
What's that?
There's Phantom of the Opera in the crowd.
Okay, I was busy watching
Sorry,
Briscoe
it
bleed.
distracted me. But I will say I think this fight should be stopped. As for him not having a mouth guard, that's on the fighter, that's on the ref, and that's on the coach.
Yeah, and is that Black Widow I see in the crowd, or like female Black Panther? Like
It's Black Panther.
she's like Madam Web versus like Black Panther had a baby.
Yeah. These are both good prospects. I was gonna say I'm actually not mad at both of these getting the experience in here.
Yeah.
I will say, ref, you gotta also take into account these are not pros. You're not nothing. So like, one thing I do love about the ISKA refs, they do take into account where you are in your career.
Exactly.
When they're stopping a fight. Jordan Riley is a ref I would highlight.
Yes.
I rarely question the decision Jordan Riley makes. He makes really good decisions. This ref is not, in my opinion.
Yeah. Fight's over. I agree with that assessment.
Yeah, but I think that fight should have been over the moment the cut was.
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I think I don't agree with why, but I think they gave it more time because it was a seemingly illegal strike that made the cut.
I don't see, but that doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
Just because even though it's an illegal strike, the cut is still there. Do you have a medical? I don't believe they have a medical staff there. So like, we just talked about cleanliness. We talked about things like that. That gets infected in that area, dude.
Yeah.
That's life changing.
Absolutely.
So for an amateur bout like that, no, guys, anything like that should have been stopped.
Yeah, I agree with you. It should have been stopped because and like really anything in your eye and eyebrow, like that's gonna swell up so badly, and like
it's so easy to like a small cut here. You get punched in the face. They're not accurate punches. Anything that happens now that rips more, that can rip more. And again, if there's no medical professional there, Like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
I hated seeing that.
Yeah. Ironically, we were talking about ISKA. The head of the ISK, I forget if it was him, because this is a long time ago. This is before I was with my wife. That's how long ago this was. But back when I was competing in kickboxing fights and stuff, and I got cut in a kickboxing fight, and I'm pretty sure it was the guy who is now the head of the ISKA, Chris Wagner, I'm pretty sure he was my ref. And the punch it like grazed me, but it knocked my contact out. And I was trying to point like, there's my contact. And he looked down, grabbed my contact, but then he picked my headgear up and he looked at my eye. He was like, nope, fight's over. And it was a little tiny cut. It was like the size of my pinky nail. But it was where it was. It was in the thin eyelid tissue up here. And like, frankly, I was beating the crap out of the guy. I was like, no, let me keep hitting him. Like, you don't want out of this. Like, but nonetheless, they stopped the fight for my safety, because if I got like one punch hits that and it splits open, and now it goes from three stitches to like 30, and that would have been a problem.
30, a surgery, you know, a lot of stuff. Where it's like, guys, it depends where you're at in your career. Do I think, if that was a pro fight, keep it going. If that was, what I mean, even in your situation, we're getting cut here. If that's a pro fight, keep it going. However, like novice rule set MMA, things like that early on in your career, save the fighter.
Yeah, exactly. Because we want these guys to have longer careers. We want them to be around for a long time. We want them to prove that they are, in fact, built to brawl. We want to get them onto bigger stages like flex fights.
And you made a really good point, right? Like novice rules being really good for MMA starting off in New York State, and with the no ground and pound to the face and things like that. If nobody's familiar to the novice rule set, you made a really good point that it's good for their first two fights, and which it is for, right? Because that's when you can kind of decide like, oh, this is for me, or like, this is not for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Without taking significant brain damage, guys. And I applaud you on that point, because some guys, they're stupid and I'm gonna be a champ, and they're getting smoked all the time.
Yeah.
Other guys, they go in there one time and they're like, holy shit, that sucked. I told you about a guy when I cornered a guy named Rodrigo Brown, where his first fight for MMA, that's his first MMA fight. Before that, he had, I think, like 30-something kickboxing bouts. He was like kickboxing Brazilian amateur champ and stuff. He broke this kid's face up. And that ref was not stopping it. Both eyes were swelled and everything going into the second round. And then Rodrigo finished him in the second round. But also, like, I even told the ref afterwards, and we won the fight. And I was like, dude, you should have stopped that way earlier.
Yeah.
And the ref was like, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, no, fuck you, dude. You should have stopped that way earlier. Like, it's bad when the winning corner is being like, yo, stop the fucking fight.
Yeah. We've seen it in a couple of fights where, like, the winning fighter is looking at the ref like, when are you going to let me stop hurting him? Like, I've done my job. I finished him. You're just not letting it be finished.
Great stoppage. We were going to highlight this one. Brianna, right? It was Brianna where her opponent kind of hesitated?
No.
It was the second female fight that we were talking about.
Then that was Brianna, I think so, yeah.
That was Brianna. So remember, she was beating up her opponent. Her opponent was kind of playing guard from bottom. And then the ref said, stand up. And she kind of froze and looked at the ref. And then he waved it off.
But there's a male fight. And I'm going to look it up right now.
So the male fight, he said, do you want to continue? And he stopped and he looked at him.
Yeah.
And then Kenny waved it off. And
Exactly.
Kenny did the right thing there.
Exactly. I'm looking it up as we speak, because I'm not going to make the mistake I usually make and open up a browser window on my computer and hit the pause button accidentally. But I have my notes from Saturday night here, and as you know, whenever someone wins the fight, I always write who won, how they won it, and if there's anything interesting about it, I usually will write it down. Like that first fight where the kid got 3 standing 8 counts in the first round because he just came out like a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that was something, or like what submission they might have hit or whatever.
Yeah, of course.
We are loading slowly. Here we go. Kickboxing.
It was a kickboxing fight, yeah.
It was it Joe Cassie and Chris Meredith?
Maybe, but there was one that it was an interesting, because Kenny did a really good job, and I'll shout out Kenny Vasquez, the ref, for that. He did a really good job of, he said, you want to continue? And the fighter, like, hesitated.
So I'm looking at it, and that seems to be our only male kickboxing fight that was finished by TKO.
So I think that's it. If it's not, sorry guys, we'll readdress it afterwards. But that was the perfect moment for Kenny Gaspard. And he did it also in the female fight, the one we were talking about, where he told her, get up, stand up. And she kind of hesitated because I think she was trying to argue there was an illegal knee, which watched it back, there was no illegal knee. She hit her in the chest area. But again, like, he gave her that moment and that hesitation. He was like, no. So I do applaud him for that. Jordan Riley always does a fantastic job.
Because that's what the ref is supposed to do. It's supposed to save the fighter from himself.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I ref the Tiger Showman's tournament every 6 months. And one thing I tell the parents straight out is like, listen, you might disagree with me and think that I stopped the fight too soon, but your kid's here to be tough. I'm here to be smart for them. Yeah,
that's the best way to say it. That's it, guys. That's the perfect send off.
Yes, it is. Except for the fact that we haven't told you guys to subscribe yet, to comment down below some of the craziest finishes you've seen in fights, and if you comment below if you think that fight should have been stopped as soon as the cut was open. We want to hear your opinion.
Yeah.
Other than that, guys, make sure you guys subscribe, of course, like, get your merch, of course, and tell a friend. Tell 3 friends. You know what? If you're a super fan, tell 5 friends. That's. Why don't you comment below how many friends you shared the podcast to? That would be an even better thing to comment down below.
The dog.
Yeah. Tell me what you think Alex's dog too. We want to hear about that. But guys, really, until next time, brawl on.